Here with Dr. Jerry Beasley. Dr. Beasley, you make it around to quite a few seminars each year here in the U.S., and I've seen a number of different articles and things referring to you in your training. Tell us what you do down there in Radford, Virginia.
I teach at Radford University, which is a university that has not simply martial arts, but any number of curriculums from accounting to zoology, for example. It has a camp of 9,000 students. We teach in the physical education program.
And this is something, there's a degree available through this university, this college?
Exactly. Actually, it's a physical education degree, but a student can complete an option in martial arts there. In order to complete the option, the person needs to take a number of hours in activities, which include classes like Taekwondo, Karate, Jiu-Jitsu, Kung Fu, as well as some theoretical type of classes that could include study of history of martial arts, kinesiology, anatomy, and things like that.
So this sounds very interesting to me. Now, there are a number of schools across the U.S. that do offer some sort of a martial arts track, or certainly a physical ed degree with a martial arts specialty. So it's not one particular style. You're giving people a compendium of training.
I suppose that my whole strategy is what we might call multiculturalism. In that, I don't think that one culture, one group of people have a monopoly on knowledge. If we want to learn about grappling techniques, certainly the Japanese are very good at it. If we want to learn about kicking techniques, the Thais and the Koreans are some of the best in the world. If we want to learn about weapons, it's hard to beat the Filipinos. If we want to learn about boxing, I would go to an American. Okay, so when we understand that different cultures are better at different skills, we then look in terms of what is required as a martial artist. The first key component is an understanding of range. All combat happens at a long range here where we might kick, a medium distance where we might punch or even grapple to some extent, and then a close-in range where we would actually put hands on and trap or hit the person.
When you're training at seminars like this one, what do you stress in your actual hands-on training?
Two components. One is strategy, the other is attributes. Each martial arts represents a particular strategy. In other words, Taekwondo, the strategy is the kick. Bill Wallace's strategy is he's going to kick you. And Joe Lewis's strategy is he wants to get you in the punching range or grappling range. And so each person in each art represents a particular strategy. If a person's attributes are such that they mix properly with the strategy, everything works out fine. For example, if you have a Michael DePasquale Jr., for example, doing jiu-jitsu, he has strength, he has energy moving inside. At long range, well, probably a Bill Wallace would be better, because he works at that particular range. So the attributes we have to understand as being the physical skills required to perform a particular strategy. When we put the two together, the right strategy with the right attributes, we get like world champions like Bill Wallace and Joe Lewis and any number of experts that come to these camps. Those are the people that put together their key components, their attributes, their attitude, their physical skills with the right strategy.
Now, these camps are, I guess they're all designed, none of them are really designed for the absolute beginner. But when you come to one of these camps, what are the people who are going to probably get the most out of some training like this? People at intermediate level, advanced level, beginning level? What's your perspective on it?
Without a doubt, the people that get the most out of it are the people that have an open mind, that come and be beginners. And I was working with a black belt in Taekwondo, and each time the person would make a technique, they did a Taekwondo type of technique, which was not the right skill to use for this particular trapping technique. If the person comes to a camp, they should just relax, be open, and be like a beginner, and they'll get the most possible out of the camp, regardless whether they're advanced or white belt level.
Okay. You've trained, or you've attended a number of these camps and instructed with some of the same instructors that are here. Is there one other instructor here that stands out in your mind as being someone who's just great at these kinds of seminars? Or?
Well, I think without a doubt, Bill Wallace and Joe Lewis are the top two draws in martial arts. We run a summer camp each year called Karate College that we get quite a few people at in Virginia. At the last camp that we had, Michael DePasquale Jr. Was in effect voted the top instructor. I would have to say that he's very popular at the camps.
The reason I ask you the question is because you come up on a lot of people's lists as being that person. So
Well, I'm not sure. Actually, I try to avoid the seminars, to tell you the honest truth, when I can. I'm quite comfortable at home in the college environment and in the classroom, and this requires that you travel out and do other things.
Well,
I'd rather leave that skill to the people that are interested in doing it.
I hope we get a chance to come down to Radford, Virginia and see you there in action on your campus one day.
Consider this an invitation.
Thank you very much. Dr. Jerry Beasley for the Martial Art World.